Hi, this is Lavinia from Vincent Music. Today we are gonna talk about the AMEB Grade 1 Toreador song. So for this one, alla marcia means in a style of a march. So that means you have to produce the feeling of marching, of like walking. So it is not smooth, it is not delicate, it is not gentle. So if you see the very first line, the right hand, overall of the piece, so you can see that the right hand is legato, but it's actually it's not like delicate legato. It means like you need to play smoothly. It's a one phrase melody. So a phrase is like a sentence. So you can imagine you are talking to someone using that first line. So for example, and then left hand, you can see there's staccato. That says a lot about the marching style. So it needs to be like very short and very detached. And then if you see forte means you have to have strong energy when you play. And then the next line is like a shorter sentence. So for example, you say something, you say a statement on the first line, and then you answer with the second line. So you, for example, you can answer say, "Oh yes, I agree." And then the second one will be like second person saying the same word. And then you have like longer line. And then the very first dynamic changes happens here is on the second line, bar 2 from second line. So you have getting softer. It's called diminuendo. And then when you get softer, you can see the right hand there is only one note. So that means you can't get softer for right hand. So you change it to left hand. So left hand you do softer. And then left hand you can still keep like the staccato or the detached version, because like it's written staccato from the first line until the half of second line. So you can still do portato. Portato means like it's half staccato, half legato. So it's not legato, it's not smooth, but it's not too jumpy. Because you can see there is no phrasing or legato symbol above the notes, right? So for right hand you still keep the legato. And then right hand you can see there's a small slur. So you can put up a little bit when you have the finishing of the slur, for example. Okay? And then here, the third line, you can see there is a crescendo towards the very first one. So that means you are going towards the forte. So when you go towards the forte, that means you finish there. So it's a statement, you go loud, that means it is the climax of the piece. So that part you need to do very contrasting. So overall dynamic means like the loud and the soft. It is very important that you have to follow according to the score. And then if you see the dynamic, it is forte and mezzo forte. Forte means loud, mezzo forte means moderately loud. But if you see from overall of the piece, there's only two dynamic markings, right? Either forte or mezzo forte. You don't have any other like piano, you don't have mezzo piano or pianissimo. So to make it contrasting between these two, you need to imagine that one of them, the softer one, imagine as like a piano or mezzo piano, and then the louder one, imagine as like fortissimo. Imagine it's very loud. So that is how you balance it. So one is loud, one is soft. So for example, the very first one, you do loud. And then okay. So if you hear the difference, the second line, I already make it like softer, because like it's changing in dynamics, so that way you can get better marks, because the examiner know that you are doing something there, not just the notes. And then let's see the third line. Let's only do the right hand. Okay, so for this one, the very loudest notes for this one is, okay, so that means you need to put the drive from soft, okay, and then the fingering you have to follow exactly like the score, because if you look at the score, there is a change of fingering. You have to turn, right? It's not exactly like 1 2 3 4 5. You have to stay in position. You have to turn to 2 because you have the sharp, the black key. So for easier access, you just use 3 2, and then you don't use 3 and 4 5. 4 5, finger 4 and pinky is like our least strong, like the least strong, not the strongest fingers, right? So you just use one of the fingers that's like stronger, because it's called forte for a reason. So forte you need to do strong. All right, so and then change to 2, and then 1 3 5. So it's easier. So you just need to change when 2 goes to 1. Okay, and then do the left hand. So remember, overall piece, left hand needs to be softer than the right hand, okay? Because right hand is the melody. So okay, and then the next one you have rest. 1 2 3 4 1. So don't forget this one already changed to minor key, okay? And then so you have one minor key, that is, you make it very like change the mood. So from the last line, you can see you are imitating the right hand. So right hand do what you did on right hand, you imitate it on left hand, but softer, or you can do louder. So you have to do almost the same but have different style, okay? And then this one also the same. So it's like answer and question. And then you have marked symbol here, so that means you have to do louder. Okay, and then don't forget the rest at the end. So you have to also pay attention to the note value. So look at the rest. Up, hold, and then once you play this note, hold up left hand. See, there are like small slurs going on, right? So small slurs you can put up a little bit, just like on line 2. So up, 1 up, okay, 1 beat. So overall of the piece, what you need to do, pay attention to the fingering, and then pay attention to dynamic markings. Especially the difference, the contrasting of dynamic, and then look at the slurs. Okay, so when you have the phrase or the slur, so at the end of the slur, usually, or if you want to sing, you go softer and then you put up. So like, okay, and then the rest is very important, because this piece, the notes are not a lot, That is why they can listen when you hold it. So it's not like a big piece, right? So they will know when you hold the notes, when you don't hold the notes, okay? Alright, if you have any question, write down and then try to practice 3 lines, okay? Because you have finished 1 and 2, try to practice to make it smoother, but learn the line 3, okay? Thank you.